Sagittarius, you've probably felt this for a very long time. A subtle vibration inside you, fleeting but repeating just enough that you can't fully ignore it. It's not fear, and it's not a bad premonition. It's more like a whisper from the universe that only you can hear. You know something is approaching, but not clearly enough to name it. The strong intuition of Sagittarius always senses things one step before everyone else. Yet you often choose to ignore it because you don't want to disturb the peaceful freedom you try so hard to maintain. But some truths only come closer the more you avoid them. And as the year-end gatherings approach, the energy around you becomes even more sensitive. The laughter, the lights, the sudden questions, the emotions you don't have time to hide. Any of these can become the moment that causes the strong shell you wear to crack just a little. Sagittarius is honest by instinct, and that honesty sometimes spills out before you can control it. The secret you've been carrying for so long isn't something that can stay locked away forever. It is approaching the moment it needs to be released. The universe isn't letting this happen to test you. It's doing it to return to you the relief you truly deserve. Sagittarius wasn't born to live in hiding. You were born to live boldly, brightly, truthfully, and this truth, once revealed, won't take anything away from you. Instead, it will return many things you've unconsciously lost along the way. So, Sagittarius, ask yourself one thing slowly. What appears in your mind when you hear the phrase, "The year-end secret is about to be revealed"? If something tightens, or something flashes for a moment and then disappears, that is the signal. If you feel this is touching something inside you, leave a comment saying, "I am ready to be free," and don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next parts. Now, prepare yourself a gentle cup of tea or coffee. Sit comfortably. We're about to step into a journey where the truth becomes the doorway, leading you into a new kind of freedom. Part 1. The energy, foreshadowing a truth being exposed. The cosmic signs surrounding Sagittarius. Sagittarius, perhaps you've felt this for a very long time, but you've never really stopped to give it a name. It feels like a very light wave, sometimes just a slight vibration in your chest. But it happens so often that you begin to wonder, am I missing something? Some mornings, you wake up with a strange feeling, as if something is waiting for you ahead. Some nights you lie down with a heart slightly heavier than usual, even though nothing specific happened. And those moments, repeating for weeks, even months, are the universe's first whispers. You belong to those with very strong intuition, Sagittarius. You can sense energetic shifts long before they show up in the physical world. But the interesting thing is, even though your intuition is accurate, you don't always allow yourself to trust it. You love freedom. You love moving without worry. And sometimes pausing to examine your feelings makes you feel restricted. So you choose to ignore, to keep going, to smile, to look forward. But emotions don't disappear just because you turn away. And truth, once its time has come, always finds its path. The universe is trying to tell you that you're stepping into a phase where truth can no longer stay hidden. A secret, maybe yours, maybe connected to someone near you, is approaching the moment it needs to be revealed. This isn't to punish you. It's to free you. Sagittarius has always loved truth. Yet you tend to bury the deepest things inside because you don't want to hurt someone, don't want to create conflict, don't want to disturb the freedom in your relationships. You always think, leave it alone, everything will fix itself. But truth doesn't fix itself. It wants to be seen, and this year-end, the universe will bring it to the surface in a way you won't be able to avoid. Imagine the approaching year-end gatherings. Warm lights, music, excitement mixed with nostalgia. This is when people become more real, more direct, more open. And in such an environment, Sagittarius is the sign most likely to let the truth slip out. You're straightforward, speaking what you feel in the moment you feel it. You rarely hide things for long. And if you do, it's not because you want to deceive. It's because you're not ready to face the emotional weight of it yet. But in these gatherings where people are more honest, where emotions are amplified by the end-of-year atmosphere, your secret may need only a single moment to surface. Maybe it's an accidental question someone asks that hits exactly what you've been hiding. Maybe it's a look that makes you unable to avoid it any longer. Maybe it's an old story brought up again, stirring emotions faster than you can control. Or maybe it's you, in one honest heartbeat, who speaks the truth you've been holding back for so long. Sagittarius doesn't seek attention, but you naturally draw energy toward you. When truth is about to be revealed, your light becomes even clearer, causing people to focus on you. You become the center not because you wanted it, but because the universe is using you as the anchor point to shift things that have been suppressed for too long. So ask yourself slowly, what is the very first thing that appears in your mind when you think of the end of the year? An undefined relationship? A feeling you've hidden to keep the peace? A decision you're avoiding? Or a story you hoped would disappear if you ignored it? If your heart just tightened for a moment or vibrated quietly, that is the signal of truth drawing near. And if any part of you knows this is real, leave a short comment below to affirm your energy. And remember to subscribe so you won't miss the next chapters of this journey. You're not just hearing a message, you're stepping through the doorway of liberation. Part 2. The nature of the secret Sagittarius is hiding, and why the universe won't let them run anymore. Sagittarius. If there's one thing people around you never fully understand, it's this. You can be incredibly honest, yet you never reveal your whole heart. You choose truth when it protects freedom, but you hide the truths that could create attachment, hurt someone, or place you at a crossroads you aren't ready to face. And because of that, there are secrets you've carried quietly for so long, gentle but persistent, like a small crack in your heart, not painful enough to break you, but never fully healed. One of the most common Sagittarius secrets is the real emotion you've kept in silence. You love far deeper than you show, but to preserve your sense of freedom, you keep things light on the surface. You treat people well. You care. Your intuition understands others clearly. Yet when the moment comes to speak your true feelings, you step back, not because you don't want to speak, but because you're afraid. Saying it out loud will change everything. And change, for a free-spirited fire sign like you, feels like losing your own breathing space. Some Sagittarius carry a truth related to an important decision. You know you need to leave, to change, to end something or begin something new, but you haven't found the courage to put a period at the end of the sentence. Not because you're weak, but because you're afraid of hurting someone or breaking a delicate balance. You are far more sensitive than the strong exterior you show. And that sensitivity makes you stay silent to protect others, even as your own heart grows heavier. For others, the secret is about a new path you know your soul is meant to pursue. You see the direction, you feel the opportunity, you know you no longer belong where you currently stand. But you haven't said it, haven't acted on it, haven't shared it. You fear people won't understand your dream, fear they'll laugh, fear they'll doubt you, fear having to explain yourself. And Sagittarius hates being questioned about a path your intuition has already chosen. There are also truths you've seen very clearly. Dishonest words, intentions behind a smile, shifts in someone's energy. Sagittarius always knows earlier than everyone else, but you remain silent, because sometimes speaking the truth would create conflict you don't want to face. You hate dishonesty, But you also hate confrontations that make the air heavy. So you keep the secret inside, carry it alone, hoping it will dissolve on its own. And then there is another secret many Sagittarius carry: the hunger for freedom. You want change, movement, a refreshed life, but you fear that desire will make you seem unstable in the eyes of others. You hide that longing beneath laughter, confidence, and the phrase, "I'm fine." But every night, when everything becomes quiet, you know you're living two versions of yourself. The free version, fiery, dreamy, authentic, and the image-protecting version, cautious with others' feelings, trying not to disappoint anyone. Living that way exhausts you more than anyone realizes. The universe isn't pushing this truth into the light to hurt you. It's doing so to free you from the tangled space between what you want and what you feel obligated to uphold. You've carried this secret for too long. You are tired. So this year-end, through a moment you won't expect, this truth will be released, so you can finally breathe deeply again. If any part of this feels like it's touching your heart, leave a small comment to release the energy you've been holding, and remember to subscribe to continue this journey with me. Part 3. The moment the secret is revealed, the cosmic scenario, the universe is preparing. Sagittarius, when it comes to the moment the truth rises to the surface, you might think you'll notice the signals long before it happens. But here's the thing about the universe. It always chooses the moment you least expect to bring the truth into the light. And for you, a fire sign who is instinctive, quick, and easily moved by emotion, that moment will arrive like an arrow shot through the air before you even see its path. Imagine the year-end atmosphere, gatherings glowing with warm lights, a festive air tinged with nostalgia, music flowing between bursts of laughter and conversation. People sip their first glass of wine a little faster than usual. Stories begin to spill beyond the safe zones, and honesty starts rising to the surface. Have you noticed? The end of the year is when people reveal themselves the most, and Sagittarius is the sign most easily activated into truth among the 12. Everything might begin with a statement that seems harmless. A friend casually asks, "Hey, how's that situation going for you lately?" A coworker jokes, "You've changed a lot, you know." A family member asks directly, "Are you sure you're okay?" On a normal day, you could brush these off with a laugh or a light answer. But in the amplified emotional atmosphere of year's end, your heart might dip for just a moment before you can respond. The truth might also slip out through someone's careless joke. A smile, a look, a throwaway comment that hits the exact spot you've been hiding. Sagittarius is straightforward, but that honesty is a double-edged sword. You notice truths faster than anyone, but that same sensitivity also makes your defenses easier to breach. In some cases, the truth won't come from anyone else, it will come from you. Sagittarius has a fiercely honest heart, and when your emotions surge, you often speak before thinking about whether you should speak. Sometimes it takes only the right question, or a moment where you suddenly feel safe, and you'll find yourself saying something you've held inside for months. You don't mean to reveal it, but that is the nature of truth. Once it is ready to come out, it will choose your own voice as its doorway. When the truth emerges, everything will happen very quickly. So quickly that you won't fully understand what's happening. Your heart will race. You'll flinch slightly, as if you've just bumped into a light switch in a dark room. The sudden brightness blinds you. You panic not because the truth is out, but because you no longer have control over it. But Sagittarius, here is where the beauty begins. That panic lasts only a few seconds, just a few, because right after that, a wave of relief washes over you. So soft you don't understand why you hid this for so long. It feels like putting down a heavy suitcase you've carried far too long. Your shoulders loosen. Your breath deepens. Your heart feels more spacious. And you'll realize something. The truth didn't come to destroy your life. It came to unlock a door. Sagittarius, you have a unique nature. You hate lies. But you sometimes avoid truths because you fear they will create commitments you're not ready for. You have sharp intuition. You want freedom. But you worry your choices will hurt others. And because of that, the truth has been suspended in your life for a very long time. But this year-end, the universe is saying, enough. You don't need to carry it anymore. The truth will appear at the exact moment you're tired. At the exact moment you've reached a breaking point you won't admit. It will emerge not to force you into immediate action, but to let you inhale a breath of truth, the kind of energy that opens the path for you to enter the new year as your real self. After that moment, you may stand still for a few seconds, look around, and feel like everything is unfamiliar, yet somehow very right, very real, as if you've been pulled back to the exact position where you're meant to stand. So, Sagittarius, ask yourself, if the truth is revealed at a moment you least expect, will you choose to run or choose freedom? If any part of this feels like it's speaking to you, leave a short comment to release the energy. And remember to subscribe so you won't miss the next part of this journey. You're getting very close to a life-changing milestone. Part 4. Astrology by Sagittarius. Birth groups, Sagittarius. When you look deeply into each birth group, you'll realize that the secret about to surface in your life is not happening randomly. Each group carries a different kind of energy, a unique lesson, a specific form of truth your soul has long been preparing to face. No matter which group you belong to, this journey leads to the same destination, liberation. But the way it unfolds will be different, subtle, precise, and perfectly aligned with the imprint of the day you were born. Imagine the universe holding a giant map, and on it, each Sagittarius group has a door that must be opened, and this year-end, that door will be pushed open in a way you cannot avoid. Sagittarius. 11/22. 12/1. Those born in this period carry a very deep, very genuine heart. But you hide your feelings so naturally that even you don't always realize what you're avoiding. You love with loyalty, but you express it gently. You care deeply, yet you keep a distance, so no one mistakes your affection as a desire for commitment. Because of that, the secret you're carrying often relates to a true emotion you've been trying to deny. It might be someone who makes your heart tremble in a way you don't want to admit. It might be a connection you thought you had moved on from, but it still quietly lives in the deep corners of your mind. You're not silent because you don't feel you're silent, because you're afraid that acknowledging the feeling will change everything. The relationship, the way they see you, or the way you see yourself. But this year-end, the universe will use one simple, unexpected moment to remind you that the heart cannot be fooled by logic. A sentence, a look, a small situation may be enough to take away your ability to maintain distance. When this secret surfaces, you may be startled, but you will also feel half of your heaviness dissolve, because the truth you hide the longest is often the one your heart desires the most. Sagittarius. 12 halves. 12/11. This group carries the energy of expansion, vision, ideals, and paths that feel larger than life. You see farther than others, sensing your own direction long before taking a single step. But because you see so much, you fear that speaking your dream aloud will invite judgment, doubt, or limitations you don't believe in. Your secret often relates to a big project, a long-held goal, a major life or career shift that you know you need to pursue to become your best self. You know its importance, but you also know it might disappoint someone or disrupt the stability in your current life. This year-end, that secret will no longer stay in your safe zone. A conversation, an unexpected remark, a compliment, or even a perfectly timed opportunity will make it impossible for you to keep hiding it. This truth doesn't break you. It pushes you into your own light. You will realize that the path you've kept hidden isn't just meant for you. It's been waiting for you to finally step into it, so your life can turn to a new chapter. Sagittarius. 12 over 12. 12 over 21. This group carries the strongest blend of light and shadow within Sagittarius. You live with two versions of yourself. One, free, vibrant, joyful, always reassuring others with your smile. And one, deep, fragile, emotional. So emotional that even you sometimes avoid looking straight at it. Your secret often revolves around the real you want to become. You're tired of pretending to be strong, tired of pushing yourself to always be bright, tired of hiding fears, desires, or wounds you believe no one would understand. You carry a very clear contradiction. You want to be seen, but you also fear being seen too clearly. And this year-end, the mask you've worn the longest is exactly what the universe will touch first. The truth about you, your needs, fears, desires, limits will come out. At first, it may feel like someone stripped away your armor, leaving you exposed to the world. But after the initial shock, you will feel an enormous release. Finally, you get to be you, unguarded, unfiltered, unhidden. Overall message for all Sagittarius. Regardless of your birth date, this truth will make you feel as though your protective layer has been peeled off the one you spent years building. You may feel vulnerable, anxious, shaky, but that moment is the beginning of real ease. The new energy entering your life will make you lighter, less burdened, less afraid of being misunderstood. You will experience freedom in its purest form. Not freedom from running away, but freedom from living authentically. Sagittarius, this is your journey back to your most beautiful essence. If you want to activate this transformation, comment your birth date below and remember to subscribe so you don't miss the next part. You are moving very close to this year's destiny-defining moment. Part 5. The impact and lessons after the secret is revealed. The rebirth journey of Sagittarius. Sagittarius. When the truth finally steps into the light, the first thing you'll notice won't be the chaos around you. It will be the profound shift happening within you, like a flame that has been suppressed for too long. Once released, it doesn't burn destructively. It illuminates every shadow you once feared facing. And from there, your path begins a powerful purification of the relationships in your life. The universe will rearrange the people around you into 3 clear groups, not to make you lonelier, but to make you clearer about who deserves to walk with you into the next chapter. The group that leaves. These are the people who grew attached to the easygoing, cheerful, unbothered, always smiling version of Sagittarius. They loved your generosity, your fun energy, the way you made everything feel lighter, but they never truly wanted to see your depth. When the secret comes out and your vulnerability is exposed, the confusion, the real emotions, the internal conflict you've hidden for so long, they will feel like you are not the same anymore. But Sagittarius, remember this. The ones who leave are the ones who only loved the surface of your light, not the full truth of who you are. They aren't bad people, but they don't belong in the next stage of your growth. They walk away to create space for those who can see you. The group that comes closer, these are the souls who have quietly been waiting for you to become more honest with yourself. They always sensed there was something inside you deeper, stronger, more emotional, But you never showed that part. When the truth is revealed, they step toward you. They recognize your courage in being vulnerable. They appreciate that you chose truth over comfort. They feel a deeper connection because, for the first time, they see the whole you. Not just the brightness, but the softness, the contradictions, the humanity you once hid. This group will anchor a completely new emotional chapter for you. The group that never changes. And then there are the ones who stay exactly where they've always been, unshaken no matter what you go through. These are the people who love you unconditionally, family, soul friends, or a soulmate connection. They love you when you're strong, and they love you when you're falling apart. When the truth surfaces, they aren't shocked, disappointed, or judgmental. They look at you as if they knew all along, and were simply waiting for you to be ready. They are home in the truest spiritual sense. Their presence reminds you that you were never truly alone. After the explosion of truth, Sagittarius steps into a completely new version of themselves. You will become freer, no more pretending. No more splitting yourself into two versions. You will become more authentic. Not in a chaotic way, but in a grounded, powerful way, where you finally know what you want, what you fear, and what you need. You will become more decisive. When nothing is hidden, clarity comes naturally. Your intuition becomes sharper and louder. Once the secret is released, your inner voice becomes bright, strong, and unmistakably accurate. And most importantly, you stop fearing being misunderstood. Because now you understand something essential. The people who deserve you will always try to understand you, and the ones who don't, you never needed to keep them. The core insight Sagittarius needs to realize is this: you've always wanted freedom. But because you feared hurting others, you unknowingly chained yourself. This truth is the key that unlocks everything. Truth does not come to destroy you. Truth comes to return you to your powerful, expansive, radiant nature. If you can feel this transformation approaching, leave any emoji below to affirm your energy. And remember to subscribe so you can walk with me into the next chapters of this rebirth journey. Sagittarius, if you've made it to the final moments of this video, it means your heart is truly longing for transformation. The secret that's about to be revealed is not the ending of anything. It's a milestone that opens an entirely new chapter, one where you live closer to your true self, where you no longer have to run between what you want and what others expect of you. This year-end, the universe isn't just giving you a truth, it's giving you the chance to step into life with clarity, freedom, and inner strength you may have thought you lost long ago. The greatest lesson here is simple. You cannot heal while you're still hiding your real self. Truth, even when it makes you tremble, always carries the energy of liberation. It gives you the courage to look at yourself again, to choose your direction again, to love yourself in a more authentic way. Remember, strength is not about never being afraid. It's about continuing to move forward, even when your heart is still shaking. Sagittarius, apply this to your life. Be honest with your emotions. Don't fear that truth will hurt someone, because sometimes it's the hiding that creates distance. Trust your intuition. It's a gift the universe designed specifically for you, and give yourself permission to change, to be reborn, to live in alignment with who you really are. If you feel this video resonates with you, leave a small comment to connect your energy with mine and to let the universe know that you're ready for your new chapter. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss the next messages meant just for Sagittarius. And finally, hold this as an affirmation for yourself. The truth does not weaken me. The truth transforms me into the strongest version of who I am. Thank you for listening with your whole heart.